selfish motive? Was I needed? Do I need it to go wrong? Polarized inherent pain pumping through my veins. Eyes in flames, call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the safe I embrace inside of me. I only fuel the fire. But is it wrong for me to fight against the balance of my power? History in halves, one brain. I will break the chain. Kono toko ni wa yobu, moeru rame koru to boku no ai to kirai ni iru. Kono toko ni wa yobu, moeru rame koru to boku no ai to kirai ni iru. I love, I hate the same. Something's wrong, I feel it circling like vultures around my brain. Couldn't see the danger in your eyes. Draw me in, got me spinning now like water to a drain. You were perfect till I realized you hadn't shown your face. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along, a siren serenade. You're ringing out your praise. Your love's a wreck and you know it's wrong. I was deaf to the ringing bells, wanting me to break, deafened by the sirens' soothing lies. I can't leave, I am in too deep, been sinking for a while, prisoner to the same thing I despise, devoted to a fake. You sing a pretty song to drag my heart along, a siren serenade. You're ringing I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. Wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind,
there we go. Yeah, and it's just like,
I mean, do I have to have? I don't even have
appetizers-
pants normally, but
I was gonna say like there's an expectation. It's like expected, right? It's expectation to appetizer, then
Yep.
like really heavy meal, and then
like very heavy meal.
dessert.
Like
It's
like,
like-
and the dessert is not a small like
No.
little like a thing you get in Europe, like a
Right.
like a cappuccino or something with like a biscuit or something.
Right.
It's like an ice
Like a
cream sundae,
fucking
like a banana
sundae.
split,
It's this
chocolate molten lava hot molten super.
like 1,800 calories,
Orgasm
which by the
cake.
way is close to your full calories for the day.
Right, right. And it says
Just
now
the
because
dessert of the meal.
because of the Affordable Care Act, the calories are now on the menu. So it's just like, this cheesecake is 2,100 calories. I'm just like, I'm going to throw up that cheesecake if I eat this cheesecake. There's no way.
There's no
Like,
way.
I would not be able to finish it.
I mean,
I mean, it would, like in a contest, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe. But like, even
Right.
after then, I'd be like, okay, gotta go.
blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But,
Oh, hi. We're live, by the way. So hello, everyone.
oh, hey, buddy.
We are back. We're here at our special segment we like to call "Okay Seriously," where you ask questions and we give answers. And we have Green Pants here as always. Green Pants, thank you for joining us.
I am excited as always.
Fantastic.
I've been getting some great fan mail, and I just want to keep this coming. So
I love it. Yeah,
It's
no, it's good. You're getting
every
fan
day.
mail. I'm not getting any. So
I mean,
apparently you're the right guy to call
Really?
because yeah, I don't know.
oh,
What can I say?
sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, well, I didn't mean to like rub it in your face or
I
anything.
guess you're the
Now I
draw,
feel kind of
which I'm fine with.
I have the hat.
True, and I've
and,
really
you
like
know.
in all things in life, I've always been your wingman, never point guy,
That's true.
never point guy. I've always been the supporting character. It's like-
I think I've always been like the ancillary guy on the side, like being sarcastic and just falling down intoxicated and missing the second half of the night. You
That's
know,
true.
I'm just
That
that
was
guy.
you.
Like,
Yeah, that's true. You did that. That's true. I guess we took turns. All right, fair enough.
yeah, I mean, yeah, depends.
Fair enough. Anyway, so our format, as always, is we have 5 questions submitted by our viewers, and we're going to give our honest advice. And
Unvarnished opinions.
yeah, and just to be clear, we are not professionals in the subject matters of anything that we're going to be asked tonight. At least I don't think we are. I mean, we'll see as we see the questions. But so take this
Define
for
professional.
define professional.
I mean,
I know, like you went to
you know,
school for.
I believe in the language of love. I
But
am
it-
professional, but what does that really mean? You know, on paper.
Yes.
You know,
And it doesn't.
is it my
admit-
OnlyFans? What is
Right, and professional is separate from having master. Was it 10,000 hours and you master a topic or something like that? So
Right, right.
that's
So they say, yeah, after you've done something 10,000, yeah, you're gonna,
Right.
you know, be as good at it as, you know.
That's probably you're gonna be right.
Right,
you probably hit your
right.
natural ability limit at 10,000 hours.
Yeah, that was like in the Malcolm Gladwell book, one of those things about the 10,000 hours, I think.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
All right, but we have questions from people who need answers.
Yeah.
Who I assume are like biting their nails waiting. So
I think so
we
too.
should get to it.
So our first one is Eric. Eric from Lizard Lake, North Carolina. Eric asks, I'm a 25-year-old guy who's been with my girlfriend for 3 years. She's 22. Everything was going great until she started pressuring me to get married and have kids. I'm not ready for that kind of commitment, and I've made that clear to her. I feel suffocated and stressed by her constant nagging. Then yesterday, I discovered her poking holes in the condoms we were using. I was shocked and angry beyond words. I confronted her about it, and she tried to downplay it. I think she just wanted to speed things up. Her quote fingers. Because she knew I was hesitant about having kids. I want to break up with her, but my friends and family say I'm overreacting. Am I? No.
Okay, your friends are flat out insane. Your friends are insane, and your family is clearly more concerned with you having kids than actually wanting them. That's fucked up.
You need to leave this woman.
Like, you absolutely like
have to leave this woman.
Unless you have a restraining order that's already fully executed by a judge, we've got work to do, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Eric,
wow.
Eric, you need to understand that is isn't that even a crime in some? It should be if it's not.
I think it is. The fact that your friends and family are like okay, like
it's not that big a deal, you know. It's a big deal.
In lizard lick, do they lick lizards and get like bufotoxin like you do when you lick a green
Frogs,
like a horned toad?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's like, but that's like it's like a toxin that actually does that. But and actually, no, lizards are known for licking because they smell with their tongues.
Yes.
And that's when they so they're smelling. But yeah, okay.
That's right. That's right.
Now
poking the holes in condoms, not okay.
Yeah, I mean,
not okay. That's like I don't know. I don't want to say what that's like because it'll come across as too sexist. But it's like there are comparables going in the direction that you would say, "Oh my god, that's horrible."
Right.
Yes, just like this.
Right. It's also like fraud. I mean, it's just also if the person is like if
there's a legal financial obligation,
children,
right?
If they're so, because if they're so blasé about we'd have kids, we're gonna do it, so I'll just poke some holes in the condom because obviously it's gonna that is, giant red flag just burst out into the sky as a bright red firework. So the good thing is this now. You're only 25. Run away. Get the hell out of Lizard Lick. I don't know. Or just break up with this girl, definitely. And tell your family, fucking slow their roll. I mean, good lord.
Seriously.
Like, that blows my mind. That
25 is too young to have kids, by the way, also. 22 is definitely too young to have kids. You're dumb enough to be poking holes in condoms. You're not old enough to have a child. Jesus Christ. It's like, what do you think?
Well, it's one of those things where, biologically versus actually financially, and
I guess. Right.
You
think entrapping a guy who probably your first boyfriend, by the way, because 22, 3 years, she was 18 when she started dating this dude, right? Probably your first real boyfriend. You think you have the maturity to you shouldn't even be having children.
At 22, because at 22, you wouldn't even. I mean, you'd still if you were in college, you'd be like a college student.
Correct.
Yeah, and to be like, oh, we got to speed things up because we're running out of time. No, you're not. You're not running out of time at 25.
10 years,
especially at her at 22. But regardless, doesn't matter how old she is because you're breaking up with her.
Correct.
Now.
Correct. Okay? We need confirmation, Eric. Actually, you need to tell us.
Yes.
You need to send us the breakup text.
Yes. Pixar didn't happen, Eric.
Yeah.
And I can find my way to Lizard Lick because that's
not okay. Yeah, not okay.
Wow.
Get the hell out of Dodge. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
I
can't.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine if a woman did that to me, what I would do. Ugh.
There's that, but the secondary part is that the reason he is hesitant to break up with her is because his friends and family are like, it's not a big deal. They don't think it's a big deal. It's like, what is happening?
Have them raise your kid.
What is happening in Lizard Lick? I don't know.
Have them raise your kid if it's not a big deal. Jesus Christ.
Maybe if it was your family, your mom, or maybe, but the friends too.
Right.
Dude, Eric, man.
Eric, you need to understand, dude. A child is a minimum 18-year commitment. Minimum.
He seems to understand that better than anybody. That he's not ready to have kids. He knows that.
Right. At approximately I think it's $400,000 average to raise a child from 0 to 18 is what they figured out.
With coupons, maybe.
With
you got a
Groupon,
maybe you can get a bunch of kids together. Maybe you could raise them for that. I don't know.
And again, she did something that you would have been legally liable for the child you had. Legally.
Correct. Yeah.
Liable. Child support.
Yeah.
No. Get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Look above you,
so,
find
yeah.
the ripcord release, pull it,
Yeah. Just
eject.
yeah, ejected it. A lot of times, the ejector seat isn't the greatest thing. It's you don't land great, but you're
Right.
not in a exploding airplane. So
Right. And I mean, sometimes
Fully
bad
ejector
things
seat
happen,
ready.
just like Goose, didn't go off a Goose when he ejected. But
It did not. Well, you got to bring up Goose, and that was also 1984. They've a lot ejector
Still
seats
too
have gotten
soon?
a
Goose.
lot better. Yeah. I mean, too soon. I mean, come on, guys. He's still with the green dye in the water or whatever. Red was it red dye? Wasn't it? It's like we were
Don't
floating in the water. I don't know.
I actually remember it.
I was 9.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, no. So what are your questions, just to be clear? Overacting. No, you're not overacting, and yes, you need to break up with her. I think that sums it up.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
good. Okay, good. I'm glad we
Like,
covered
you
that.
must. Like, you get this is not a choice. Like, you have to do that, and
All right.
please send confirmation as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to know you're not making a grievous mistake in your life. All right, Eric. Moving on. We got here from Jasper. Jasper from Deerhead, Kansas asks, I've been struggling with overspending money on a single game just to get the skins and stuff. The thing is, I only get pleasure for a few hours, then I go into a panic mode about how stupid it was. Spend all that money on something so dumb. But within a few days, I'm back making constant in-game purchases every time. I don't want to cut myself off from gaming, but I'm not sure what else to do. Says Jasper. Well, you're definitely the target demo, Jasper, for this in-game purchases.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jasper. The idea of purchasing nothing for something, or the idea of purchasing nothing for something, has been around since bishops were selling indulgences to the peasantry. So that's that. But keep this in mind. Okay, so what you're doing, Jasper? Can I call you Jazz? I don't know. So, let's just say I'm gonna call you Jazz. Jazz. No, it doesn't sound right. Jasper. You're paying real money for a special assortment of pixels that will allow your game character avatar to look like a fucking pirate or a turkey,
to be more
or something.
visually appealing in some way is what you're paying for.
Normally in some sort of comical way. It's objectively dumb and it's worthless in every sense.
Yes.
Like if he just needs small moments of pleasure and he does not want to spend a lot of money, may I introduce you to masturbation? Like, have you tried jerking off? It's like, that is something totally free. I mean, you've got internet access.
Right.
Do not pay for porn.
Do not pay for porn.
Unless it's super specialized,
unless you have a really particular niche. Then it's...
Right. But as far as like a practical matter, if your thing is that you buy games, but then you're constantly putting in-app purchases, can you like remove your payment option or something so that you can't just be like, click, oh, I bought it. Yeah, buy the game and then remove the ability to purchase in-apps?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much every game that employs this method, and many do, right? And by the way, Super J's back. Hello, Super J. We love you and we miss you.
Super J.
Super J's here. Top Gun, second favorite movie of all time, says Super J. Curious what your first one is. Princess Bride? That's Super J's favorite movie of all time. Mystic Pizza? Maybe Mystic Pizza.
Mystic Pizza? Of all time? That's a Breakfast Club?
Breakfast Club. Super J's favorite movie. We think your super favorite.
John Hughes? Heathers.
Oh, right. I knew this, actually. She replied Dirty Dancing.
Oh, my God. Which is also Mrs. Greenpants' favorite movie. Good Lord. And that movie is about statutory rape.
Yes.
Like, I do not understand everything about that movie.
The dancing
is so wrong.
Dancing is ancillary.
It is about a creepy dude that gets a young girl at summer camp, seduces her underage. Yeah, I mean,
he was really hot, so it was tough not to. But still, it's like a thing.
I mean, but that's because it's okay if you're hot, right?
Everything's okay when you're hot. You didn't know that? We'll
get into that. That is the way that
everything's okay when you're hot, right? So Jasper, back to Jasper. So, what was I saying? Pretty much every game that employs this method, there's either the pay path, which is like you want the cool weapon, you want the cool outfit, you want the cool pet that follows you around, or any of that stuff. You can just pay for it.
Oh, the pet things. Yeah.
Right. Or you can play and grind for it, and sometimes that ratio, and I think the success of a game depends on what that ratio is between if I just paid for it versus if I spent 10 hours farming for it, I actually get it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just like Minecraft, Roblox, like all those games that the kids play is, I mean, like my kid's grinding on like 3 different things, just like running overnight so he can get widgets in order to
blue
buy
hat
more
where everyone else is walking around with
ales
a red
of-
hat. You know, it's like
It's but it'd be like, I got the mystical Ender Dragon
Right.
with the netherite armor. That's only a 1 in 8 million chance. I just had to roll 10 million times. It's like,
right,
yeah, well,
exactly.
it's
So
gonna
I would
happen.
I would say, dude, stop spending money on this shit because that's exactly what these games are trying to do to make you spend money on this stupid shit that doesn't help you in the game at all, right? Like play the game, like
Well, it
enjoy
does.
it.
I mean, I guess it does help you win faster. Like if you
Well, a
if
lot
you
of it's
get like
aesthetic
an OP
though.
weapon.
Like a lot of it's a mix. Some of it's functional, yes, but some of it's purely
Yeah.
aesthetic, like a different cloak or like I
Right.
said, a special kind of
Right.
pet
Oh yeah, yeah.
or something
Like all the
that, right?
skins and stuff. Yeah.
Like that stuff is useless, right? If it's an aesthetic that you want to see it, like do a game that's totally free to play, like a Minecraft or something like that, that you can, style yourself however you want for very cheap, and then get that visual satisfaction if that's what you're aiming for.
Right.
But
And you can keep and you can grind away at that stuff just like off time.
Right.
Yeah, like
Right.
Minecraft, perfect. You don't have
and
to
if
pay for it.
you're
I mean,
grinding,
you can,
you're
but-
technically playing the game and getting more enjoyment and value out of it, right? Than you are by just buying shit and getting to the end really quick and like, okay, I'm done. What's next? Waste all that money. So what was I gonna say too? Oh yeah, the I would ask yourself why. Try to figure out the why, because you get pleasure, you said, when you buy this cool thing and you look cool,
Hmm.
and then you feel the guilt because, oh my god, I can't believe I spent money on virtual shit that provides no value to anything or anybody, right? So why
Because
is it?
it's also, isn't it about how others perceive you in the game? Like
Right.
you want to,
And-
if you're in a world like an open
And that's what I'm
world
asking.
game,
If it's kind of like a dick measuring contest sort of thing, right? Where you want to be cooler than the dude you saw running by or whatever, right? It's like, is that your reason? And if
can you
that's your
get an
reason,
in-game bigger dick?
an in-game
is that an
bigger
in-game
dick,
purchase?
maybe, maybe. But it's like if that's your thing,
I mean,
if it's a
see the draw.
comparison contest, I would ask yourself why you feel that way, like why you feel you need to, because no matter what you buy, there's somebody on that game somewhere that bought more shit than you and looks better than you, no matter what you do, right?
Right.
So
And there's also someone who's just dumped $10,000 into their Roblox account to get like every super thing because money is not a thing, and it's like it takes like, okay, great, and my guess is that they'll never play that game again after they do all that stuff, spend all that money, and
because you're
and
done,
the
right?
game
Once you've done that,
video is like
you're
awesome.
done, right?
Yeah, I mean it is from a sales standpoint, it's pretty brilliant. It's like you just keep getting people. I mean, kids that play those Roblox games, they just keep getting Roblox cards and they just keep using them up on whatever.
For sure.
So,
It's about, and maybe I'm getting a little philosophical here, but it's you gotta adjust, because this mindset's gonna, if this is kind of the way you approach things in life in general, it's gonna be a problem. You gotta think about the journey and not just the destination, and buying
Right.
shit and going the shortcut is the destination. But you picked
yeah,
up
like
this
it's
game
not
for a
all about the
reason.
orgasm. Enjoy the jerking off. Enjoy the masturbation. Let it take your time. Be nice to yourself.
Yep.
Really,
It's called edging, by the
you
way.
know,
It's called edging.
it is called edging. There's tantric edging. It could be. I'm just saying.
Tantric edging.
I'm just saying it's another option
Sting?
for Jasper. here.
Wasn't Sting into that? Tantric.
Yes. Yes, Gordon. Yes,
Oh my Gordon, I'm sorry.
Gordon.
I was a little too familiar.
Palm Sting.
His wife Trudy, yes.
Right, exactly. Gordon and Trudy.
So yeah, I think I like Green Pant's
I
idea.
think
Like,
we-
forbid yourself from buying shit. Just take your credit card off the game, right? So you can't even do it, and just play the freaking game. Grind, get the stuff. You'll feel so much more accomplished if you played 5 hours and got this cool thing instead of bought it in 12 seconds. You know what I mean? It's like that's the.
And do you really feel
the
accomplished
fulfillment.
though? If you're just you're just
I'm a big gamer, a video gamer, and I do. If I'm
But-
looking for a thing, if I'm on a mission, and if I work and get the pieces and craft it and I get it, I'm like, yes.
oh, okay.
I kind of like.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, if you're
Good
not
to have goals,
right, good to have goals.
But the buying is just a
Ones and
shortcut,
zeros.
and as you can see, it's not buying you satisfaction. So try actually, playing the game and
Yeah.
get enjoyment out
That
of
whole
it.
jerking off thing.
And so hopefully that helps,
Jasper,
Jasper.
come on. Yeah.
Good luck, dude. Good luck, and again, never pay for porn. All right, so third question is why is this spelled weird? I wonder if I screwed up the transcription here. Sandy, name is Sandy, but it's spelled Sandee, but the N, D, and E
Okay.
are capitalized, and I don't know why. I don't know if she does a funky
Oh,
thing.
that's probably
or-
like an affectation. Oh God.
Sandy.
Okay, I already hate this question. All right.
Needy. I don't even know. Well, she's from Yeehaw Junction, Florida, so there's a lot answering the question.
Yikes.
Your concern right there.
Wow. Okay. All right. Sandy.
So here we go. So Sandy says, what kind of jobs are available for people who are brain dead level dumb? Things are becoming more clear. I'm a 25-year-old female who couldn't even finish high school. I am just someone who is really quite an airhead, spacey, and clumsy. The job I have now is my longest lasting job. All the others, fast food, cashier, grocery store, product stalker, sales, serving, secretary, have to let me go because of my ineptitude. I feel like I'm going to be fired soon, and I'm hoping to get ahead of that if possible. Is there any way I could be a useful contributing member of society? Says Sandy. Sandy, good for you for the self-realizations, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say that you, first thing, learn the difference between lowercase and capital letters because it's making my eyes bleed. Just even thinking about.
I think I would have fired you just by reading this.
Like, what is it that makes you think that you're going to be fired soon? I mean, like,
True.
are you getting fired for constantly stealing from the company isn't exactly ineptitude, So, is it? Are you inept because you keep getting caught stealing? Like, I'm trying to figure out how inept you have to be at each of these jobs to get fired.
Right.
If you're a terrible thief, I mean, that could be it.
She didn't say she steals. She said she just can't do the jobs.
No, she's saying ineptitude, and I'm trying to figure out the only place that you can get away with having complete ineptitude is like being a member of the GOP, like being a member of the NRA with and just as long as you have no prerequisites and only have a firm commitment to shoot first and ask questions later and be like, they were coming right for me and I felt my life was in danger. All you have to do that. If you're a police officer, it works especially
Florida,
well.
by the way,
I was scared.
a stand your ground state, as we all know, by the way.
I was in fear for my life.
What was I gonna say? No, but I'm thinking fast food grocery. I think if you're like a cashier, even if you're doing fast food, and you have responsibility to the amount of money in the till, right? So at the end of the night, you're constantly missing 80, 100,
right.
200, right? And you're not stealing it. You're just fucking up typing in numbers. It's like eventually they're gonna fire you because it's
you're just giving the wrong change.
Put the numbers right, or giving people the wrong change.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So stuff like that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some of it.
But I'm just I mean, there's certain things that you can't fuck up, like Walmart greeter, psychic. I mean, it's all bullshit.
You have to have a skill to be a psychic.
At all.
You have to have a skill to be a psychic. You have to be able to bullshit.
I get.
You have to be able to bullshit.
Okay, people. I guess if you're. Okay, so I guess that any position in a religious institution is also covered then, because you need to bullshit people.
Okay. Touché.
All right. So that gives that. Okay. Fashion designer. Because who the fuck knows? I've seen the whatever. It's sure, that's whatever. Does anyone ever get called on that? One of those sign spinners. The guy that's just has the sign around his neck and over that doesn't really require anything other than flash, I suppose. But you'd probably lose the sign, Sandy.
Or it's turned around and no one can read it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean.
Poor Sandy.
Yeah. OnlyFans. I mean, that's a site.
I wasn't gonna go there, but I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I was.
Sandy if she was if you're relatively attractive, Sandy.
Were you gonna ask her if she was attractive?
I was. There's a plethora of options in front of you.
It doesn't matter if you're attractive, Sandy. Just
there's a plethora of
I guess
options.
It does, but it's not a prerequisite.
No intelligence required for any OnlyFans or running your own private webcam or any of that stuff. And I'm telling you, so we're broadcasting on a streaming channel right now. I'm telling you, if you're mildly attractive and you put a camera on yourself and you just sit there and talk, people will arrive and watch you and you can make money off that. I am telling you.
If you another way that you can do this, become an ASMR
yes,
whisperer.
I was going to
because if you are an attractive woman and you just whisper in the cameras and you just we're gonna tap. We're gonna have an ear cleaning. We're gonna clean your ears. There's actually an ASMR channel with a head that has microphones inside it, and then two twins who are, let's just say, exceptionally attractive.
Yes.
Clean the ears of the ASMR mic'd dummy in order to give the full stereo ASMR experience.
Got it. And they tap the nails like this.
Yes. They don't say like yeah,
Tapping.
and they'll do it for like an hour and a half.
Are you relaxed now? You're not because
Right.
I'm not a hot woman.
And they have 7 million subscribers.
7 million subscribers.
Million subscribers.
A little slight exaggeration, but mostly true.
It's literally like how hundreds of thousands of people are going to sleep each night. Like that's crazy. Like, but and they just they're in their bedroom in Florida. So
I'm telling you,
know,
do some
can
research
do
on
that.
that. Look up how to be a streamer, ASMR, or just how to be a
And
streamer.
you
in
found
general.
us.
You found us. So
you know.
that's right.
So clearly,
Yeah,
you had
but-
to go down a deep dark hole to find this. So clearly you have the ability to
That's right.
uh,
Super J brought up the idea of dressing in
Oh, no,
costume
no.
for businesses and waving at cars. That's true too. You could be like the
Right,
tax
exactly, like a
documents or
mascot.
the yeah. Or if you do cosplay, if you look like any famous people or famous characters, dressing up as them, get you a huge number of views
then
on
you have
social
to
media.
don't you have to oh is that only for view? Don't you have to like act like them too, or is it just like look how much I look like this person, that's it?
I mean, if you're gonna just do like Instagram, right, or a live stream, that's all you
okay.
need to do.
What would
All
you do in a
need
live stream of just
to-
you pretending to be someone?
You would,
Oh, okay, all right. To be an ASMR, okay.
yeah, dressed as
I'm
whoever,
telling you, the ASMR
right?
thing.
Like if you look like Marilyn Monroe and your ASMR is Marilyn Monroe, I'm telling you, you got $1 million idea right there.
Absolutely set. Right, exactly. We gave that to you,
Right.
Sandy. So
that one's for
you know.
free.
so after you make your first million, come back to us.
Yeah. And that sounds very
and,
like
and please learn the capital letters thing, because that's going to drive
that's a big thing. That would drive
That-
your potential viewers. Yeah.
on a job app right away,
Yeah.
being like, nope, not dealing with that.
So
Not-
proper names start with a capital letter. A sentence, meaning the previous thing that ended in a period, starts with a capital letter. Rarely are there capital
she
letters in the
clearly
middle
knows
of
how to
things.
write a letter. She
Oh,
just
that's
doesn't know how to
true. The
write
other
her name.
words.
She's doing an affectation. Well, because I don't believe it's not. I think it's trying to be like, look how cute I am. Like big S, little E, big A, big little D.
Yeah.
There's a LA story.
I'm trying to see if it
where
means
that's where,
something.
like, Steve-
The capital letters are SNDE. So what does that even mean? SNDE, Cindy.
That was Sarah Jessica Parker's character in LA Story had
LA
something like that.
LA
Her name was
Confidential?
like
LA
it was like no.
That's Kim
This is
Basinger.
much earlier. LA Story with Steve Martin.
Oh,
She
okay.
was really early in her career, and she was like the girlfriend, and she's like, my name is whatever. It's like big S, little A, little N, big D, little E, and it has
I
a heart at
see.
the end. Like
I see.
it was a whole thing.
Yeah,
Like, and
Sandy
he ordered like a
Sa-
half calf double decaf decaffeinated half calf.
Right,
The
right.
twisted lemon.
Sandy, don't do
I think
that.
it's a twisted lemon.
It's not okay anymore. Capital S, everything else little. Please.
Those are two things I remember from LA Story.
That's funny.
That
I don't think I've ever seen
half
it
calf double decaf
Actually.
decaffeinated half calf with a twist of lemon.
with a twist.
That was his coffee order.
Nice.
Half calf double decaf decaffeinated half calf
Nice.
twist.
Nice. What was I gonna say too?
All right.
Yeah, no, that's the big thing, right? You can, and it's very crass and base to say that someone can profit on their looks, but they can. They literally can. And
Right. I mean, you're asking for ideas, and we're just saying
Yeah.
if you want a way to become a contributing member of society, that's a way.
it's a way.
You know, especially if you
Bring
tried
joy
literally
to other
everything else.
people. Right.
You can't really get fired from doing that.
Right.
I mean,
You can
you
just,
know,
not make
something-
money if you're really bad at it, right? But
right. And then nothing ventured, nothing gained. But
yes. So yeah,
No.
put yourself on
I
a
don't know. I
camera
think- I
and
think-
see what happens.
yeah, I mean, of course that's it's not toxic at all coming from two white guys on the internet just telling, best thing for you to do is, get a camera and get an OnlyFans page. That's fine. And
I didn't say
just
OnlyFans, but
once no, I said OnlyFans, but
You
I
did.
think between us, yeah, I think we've mansplained this to death.
we really have. I know we really have. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I think enough said, Sandy.
Get into
So-
porn, Sandy.
I did not say porn.
I'm saying, I'm just saying, get into, just do it. Erotic films, whatever.
Adult entertainment. No, no.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
Yeah, but
nothing
like I
else to
said,
do.
even if you live stream yourself, like I said, I think you could be very, very lucrative for you. So, and you'll bring joy to people and see if there's an option there. So watch what other live streamers do, other people of this nature, and you do well. So
Yeah.
good luck. Let us know how
or,
it goes. But there's
just get
gotta
an
be
aside
okay.
outside.
But I should give a real piece of advice. I mean, that's kind of real.
I-
But like, there's
It
gotta
is.
be something she's good at, right? So gotta be like,
Right, but then we don't
There's
have enough
gotta be a
information
talent or a
because
skill.
she just gave a string of things that she wasn't good
It's
at. Which is
true.
why we have to
It's true.
speculate.
Find
That's
that
why we have to speculate
thing.
about anything.
Sandy, also find that thing that brings you joy and that you like doing and that you're decent at, and then try to do that. That's general advice for anyone seeking
On
a
your
career path.
OnlyFans page. It's just like, do it naked. And then you're doing what you love, and then people are I mean, it's a win-win, really. I mean, yeah. If you end up doing that, I think I want to kick back for that, because that's an excellent idea that I had
Right.
for you, Sandy.
OnlyFans page.
I once,
That's good.
yes. No, I mean, I'm saying find something that she really likes doing,
Yes.
like, I don't know, knitting or something, and
Right.
she just does it naked,
You
or
don't even have to go that far though. Like I said, you could even do it in like you could do it in something relatively provocative-ish, but not fully naked, and that would still draw a huge following.
That is
I
true.
believe. Oh,
it all could. The sky's the limit for you, Sandy.
that's
Adult entertainment. That's your only option.
that is not the only choice. Do not let this man push you into pornography.
Literally the worst thing we can say. Okay.
Okay, all right, yeah, literally the worst thing. All right, Sandy. Well, good luck. Let's know how it goes.
Luck with your adult.
And if you do wind up starting an OnlyFans, send us the address.
Yes, please. And give me the free link too. I'm not making me pay for that.
It was his idea. So,
Yeah, give us the admin password. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think you owe that to us, Sandy, at the very least.
Oh my god. All right, next question from
All
Calvin. Calvin from Oatmeal, Texas. Calvin says, "My sister's getting married in 3 weeks. My mom is constantly complaining to me about how she feels like a guest at her own daughter's wedding.
Oh my god.
My mom has very strong opinions, as does my sister, and she feels her input is not being considered. My soon-to-be brother-in-law's parents are paying for the whole thing anyway. My mom still feels she has a right to be included in the decision-making. I think my mom is being unreasonable. Is it okay for me to say that? I'm not sure how to act. Yes, your mom's being unreasonable."
Dude, Calvin, my man. Not only is it okay, but you kind of have like a brotherly duty
Obligation.
to do this. It's your duty to diffuse some of that motherly insanity that both you and your sister understand about. I mean, like, is your mom being unreasonable? Yes, she's a mom. That's what they do. So, I mean, at this point, think of it this way: your sister is going through like a living hell trying to plan the perfect day, while your mom is there offering ideas and insights which are
Unsolicited
probably
advice.
either outdated or completely ridiculous and stupid. So the best thing that you can possibly give the bride is a respite from your mom's insanity. So
Correct.
like, get right up and be like, "Mom, not stop. You gotta stop."
Consider
Like,
that your wedding gift to her. She'll be totally
Yeah.
grateful for it. You don't have to buy her anything. I actually said I couldn't buy you anything, so I got mom off your back. And she's like, "Perfect, thank you." Done.
now, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be successful, but you do owe it to her to try.
You do.
Like,
I agree with that.
it's like that would be, yeah. I mean, because most likely your mom's suggestions are hot garbage, and and so your sister's having to deal with the, trying to shoot down the idea, but also it's not like she's holding like the checkbook over your head.
Right.
They're like, "Oh, I'm going to pay for this whole thing, so I get to decide." I mean, that's kind of a different scenario.
They who sign the checks makes the decisions, and that ain't mom.
Right. So if it's this, if she's not,
Pretty straightforward.
yeah, dude, these are, no brainer. Absolutely, it is
Straightforward.
totally okay to say something. You should say something. How, animated and perhaps profane you get or whatever is up to you and your particular family situation. But saying something is
Yeah.
the very least.
Absolutely. And she says, "My mom constantly complaining to me about how she feels like a guest at her own daughter's wedding." She is a guest at her own daughter's wedding.
Exactly. That's what I was taking a second to parse that, and it's like, that is what she is. It's
Right.
like my mom's
Literally what you
constant
are.
thing of having given birth to me. Like,
You can consider
That's
her
what
an
she is.
honored guest, and that's nice. But a guest.
yeah, whatever that means. Yeah,
But
that's
a-
what you do for the 102-year-old grandmother. Like, that's the honored. I mean,
A
that's
non-decision
the one that
making-
no one thought was gonna make it,
Yeah.
and they did.
A
And they're like the special honored guest.
non-decision making guest. Well, mom is.
Yes. It's just, when someone wheels up that, bag of bones and skin to read a poem or something, that's an honored guest.
Grandma.
It's how it's grandma. It's,
And Edith.
could be. Either way, please say something. You owe it to your sister, and that is, yeah, that's
You do.
um,
It's the perfect gift to your sister,
hard stuff.
actually. Because I'm sure, like, however crazy, like, if your sister's expressed to you how crazy it's making her, I can guarantee you it's 10 times worse. So her and her husband to be are probably bitching
Right.
about this every night. It's a nightmare for them. So I'm telling
And
you, you're
you are,
gonna help
and
them.
I don't know if you have other siblings or whatever, but assuming this is only like a one brother, one sister scenario, like you are the only other person on the
Yes.
planet that
Yes.
understands or has any conception of what your sister is dealing with.
Yes.
You literally not your dad, not anybody. You're the sibling. It's like this is what it's like to be a child of this person. You understand that, use that, and
Mhm.
do what you can. But definitely don't go sit to the side and be like, "Why are you being so mean to mom? Why can't you guys just get along?" Like, don't be that guy.
Don't be that
Like,
guy.
seriously.
Be on
dude,
your sister's
what?
side. Get your mother to back off. The way to do it. It is okay
Yeah,
for you to
there's
say that.
yeah, a respite from your mom's mental illness is the best wedding gift that you can give.
Right.
So,
Yes.
um,
Yes. Pile the guilt on if you have to. It's like, Mom.
Yep.
Sister's getting mental from all this stuff you're saying to her. It's her wedding. Let her do it the way she wants. Blah, 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 blah. Causing problems. They're
Yep.
fighting. Oh, tell her they're fighting.
take these meds.
Tell her they're fighting. Like her and her husband to be are fighting over this.
Oh, that could be.
Good guilt trip, right?
You could just drop Xanax in her,
And
like Xanax in her
Talking
weed
about
germ or
drugging
whatever
a
it is. Her mom
woman.
needs. Listen,
do not advocate drugging
this is
her.
it's a temporary thing. After the wedding, you stop the drugs. I mean, usually, you got to taper. It depends. Have they acquired an addiction?
Taper.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's I
Oh my
mean,
god. It's a
drugging when you're drugging people and they don't know it. It is complicated. I'd make sure that you read up on that first.
Oh my god. Now you're making
We have
me
a
write
user
things.
comment.
I do.
What are you?
I'm putting a
What are you,
disclaimer
like-
on the board.
We are,
Don't drug people.
No. yes, absolutely. Do not drug people. Yes.
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 But yeah,
Unless you are a medical doctor in a healthcare setting, or you have affirmative consent, or you're tripping, or you're licking a toad, or whatever. I mean, yeah, do what you
back
want.
to the lick of
It's
the toad.
Yes, just do what you want, man. All good.
Yes.
Do porn, drug
true.
people, whatever. Is it not the same?
No,
Okay.
it's not. Yeah. So talk to your mother, dude. Seriously, and like Green Pads said that especially if you're the only sibling, it's almost an obligation. To
Yeah.
do this.
Really,
So.
it is because there's no one else. There's no one
No,
else.
your father's probably been browbeat by that woman
If
his
you get
entire
injected
life.
in there and
so.
you're still like her kid. You can't like, she's not gonna, you have some armor and ability
Yes.
to inject yourself
Yeah.
without horrific consequences.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
your dad
I'm
has
sure.
no armor,
Mom
so
is
he's
still
not going to do
stabby.
it, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I noticed the dad's not even in the situation. He's
Not even
He's not even
mentioned.
mentioned,
Which tells us
and that's
exactly what we
probably
need to know.
very much by design.
Right.
He is very carefully designed that. He's not
Non-factor.
part of this question.
That's a non-factor.
Not even about. It's like, what could he do? What? No, I didn't even think
Why
it.
would
That's
Dad even
what he wants. Mission accomplished, Dad.
Dad just does what mom
Like-
tells him to. Exactly.
Or yeah,
For sure.
or
All
he
right.
just finds ways to leave the room.
That's right. All right. Well, good luck, Calvin. Hopefully the wedding goes well. Wish you the best.
All right.
All right. Our last question. What do I talk about on dates without becoming boring? There's this guy who's super interested in me. We go out with friends and they leave me alone with him so we could talk and get to know each other better. It was a massive fail. Silence. That's all. Nobody talked. We had nothing to say. Pretty sure I'm the problem here because I'm not a very talkative person. I'm horrible with conversations with people I don't know. He's a cute guy and I ruined it. Any advice, please? Asks Jackie from Miami, Arizona. Jackie wants to know how to talk.
I think
to people.
Jackie is being too hard on herself. I mean, like
Probably.
if you experienced, if there was seriously, if you had a dating experience that was just silence, and he wasn't doing his part to hold up his end either. Like he wasn't mute, was he, or deaf? That would be like super awkward if that is what happened. But okay, assuming he had okay, conversation starters.
Yes.
Assuming everyone has all of the accessibility that they need, eyes, ears. We're working with our standard set of equipment.
Functional input
Start
and
with
output.
something. Start with something like about those Jews. something that's just, and if it makes them uncomfortable, which it can, ask them how they would rank the races from best to worst, and then you guys can talk about that.
I'm just
And
thinking
see if you guys are.
to the dead silence. It's like dead silence, and finally you just say out of the blue. So those Jews,
How about those Jews?
am I right?
Right, and don't say any way or the other. Let him answer. See what comes out of that. You could get some really valuable information by just throwing out what's seemingly a non sequitur, and if you don't want to go down the
anti-Semitism.
Is okay, fine, all right. We're uncomfortable with anti-Semitism. How about hey, let's list our kinks in order of illegality. Like degree of illegality, like how much trouble you would get into if you did satisfy said kink, assuming that kink is illegal.
That one I like.
Or,
that is a conversation starter for sure, right? Because it'll get both people thinking like, "What the fuck?" And then if you actually get a response that tells A, they got a sense of humor, which is great, and B, they're diving right in and feeling comfortable. Diving right in.
It could be
diving right into a topic that like normally takes at least 6 months of dating to even start broaching the subject up. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like a very novel.
Right out of the start. Get the
novel
feeling
way
on
to
the
get
Jews.
Understand
the kinks and the legality situation. That's what we're doing. Always, you lead with the icebreaker. What about the Jews?
Right.
And then you go into your
you said ranking
of race relations.
Ranking the races.
Yeah.
Like, what is even?
Just bet. What's the best? It's like people did that with the sports teams.
Oh my god. No, don't do that. We don't feel this way.
No?
This is
Okay.
not. No.
I'm trying to think of something that's like it's like, is that super controversial? I guess it would.
Yes.
I mean,
especially now. Yes,
Fine.
it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
What are the shithole countries? Name them.
No, that also
And do
controversial.
we agree? Do we not agree that there are some shithole countries? No, even that'd be agreeing to the idea that the concept of a shithole country. Although there are countries that I kind of consider shitholes, but I wouldn't want them to think
the sexual
that. It's just,
kinks is a safer because it only involves the two people involved, not an entire
rarely
race
do
or
you hear
species of other.
the sexual
race
kinks
of other
question
people.
is the safer one to go with.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
how odd is that?
Rarely
to say?
when. I mean, I don't know why you're shooting down all mine, but fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I came up with the kinks one too.
Kinks.
So,
Yeah.
put
Or
that
all right,
in,
let's back it off a step. Let's say something like best fast foods, best tours, right? That's reasonable.
Right? Or well, if they don't, if he doesn't eat any fast food, or easier things, favorite porn, favorite
Go back to
recreational
kinks.
drug.
Right, go back to
Yeah, that's back to kinks. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could go with what's your number? How many people have you fucked? That's a good starter question.
Yeah. I suppose again, first date, that's a little odd.
Did you have a happy childhood, or are you funny?
Super J has a
Yeah.
couple comments here. She's like, what's your dream vacation? 3 things you save in a fire. That's a reasonable one. That's actually
so 3
very
things you
telling.
save
3
in a
things you
fire.
save in a fire. Yeah. My dog. Or I don't know what.
Right. Like my bong, my weed, my lighter.
My bong,
it's
my
like,
weed, my lighter.
understand you if you just have your because you don't want to have one without
Oh my god.
2 out of the 3, no good.
Right.
You gotta have 3.
Well, if the house is on
Um,
fire, you can technically light the bong with a random, piece of wood. I don't know. It's already burning.
You don't know anything about
I
drugs.
know. I really don't. I really don't know
Just-
anything.
It's just so hard to watch.
It's like
How do you think a bong works?
It's like a slow crash.
It just no. But I mean, conversation start. I mean, go through our list of 5 questions. Go through our back catalog. We've got
That's true too.
lots of 5 questions that you could use as conversation starters.
Right.
But
But the thing is, if you're gonna, here's another thing, right? In general terms, if you're gonna if you're thinking about dating someone 'cause you're attracted to them, you kind of want to talk about something that's important to you. So what's your thing? Bring it up.
Would you
mean-
rather sleep in a warm burrito or between two pieces of hot French toast?
French toast.
Wrong, because it's sticky.
No, it's not buttered.
It has syrup
Are you saying No,
and powdered sugar. French toast. It's got egg.
I'm assuming it's
See?
pre all those
Notice,
things.
we're talking.
Pre-
Are you see? Notice how boom, right away, right into it.
Yes,
You and me,
yes.
we had a thing.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that's a conversation starter.
Yes. And then if the
And-
other person says,
it's
well,
got to be less, controversial than some of my other.
back to the
suggestions.
other, etc. Right. So, but like, and then someone can say, no, I don't mind being covered in syrup at all, and you go, weird, and then
Oh. Let me go to my next question. Please look out your sexual kinks in order.
right.
By
Now that we,
order of
now that we
legality.
broached
You've
the
already
topic,
jumped to the next section.
Right.
That's awesome.
you're already covered in maple syrup. Great. What's next? What am I wearing?
Yeah. Like, why are we in this restaurant? Let's get out of here.
am I in a banana costume?
Right.
It's like-
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lot there. It is. I think there's endless opportunity for
There is.
For conversations. So I mean, sitting there in silence. Hey, what? Yeah, that is hard. Like the full. Just, I was trying to like.
Be silent.
Like
You're not
picture the-
capable. You're not
like-
capable of that.
I'm not. I was trying to like get myself to not say anything, and it was really hard.
I know.
I didn't like it.
I know.
Um,
But this is
So,
remember Jackie is very
yeah,
much
so, yeah.
not like us, right? So she's clearly
Right.
very shy and introverted
Right.
and stuff. So she's gotta, overcome this hump,
she's
right?
uncomfortable with like well, okay, what's the dumbest religion? Like in order of like
Dumbest
that,
belief
that's a
dumb?
good conversation starter.
Right.
What is the dumbest belief system?
Scientology is clearly the right answer, followed by Mormonism.
So the answer was Mormons. Yes. Yeah, science, yeah.
Scientology is worse than Mormonism. Come
really.
on.
Yes, it is. Well,
Xenu and the volcano.
yes. Okay, yeah. If we're doing it by order of ridiculousness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Although even the Abrahamic religions are pretty crazy as well.
Well, I
but-
think, and I'm trying to think
you
of
know.
that one. I'm like, is it a two-way tie? Christianity and Islam. I think it's a two-way tie because they both got their absurdities. And then Judaism.
do.
Judaism's probably the most sane of any of them, which is I know saying a lot, but
Well, because it's only half the book.
right.
I guess that's why.
It's
'cause,
only
like,
half the
Christians have
crazy,
that out,
you know
so
what I
they
mean?
just pay less attention, and then they pay attention to the really crazy Christians pay attention to the very very end of the
Only
Bible,
the
which
end.
is an extra book written way after by a guy who was like
Correct.
pretty much known as like to be insane. He was like
Yes.
a mad hermit
Yes.
in a cave, and he wrote all this apocryphal writing,
Yep.
and with like
end
dragons,
times.
and Jesus had a sword in his
Revelations.
mouth, and yeah, it's like
Like
and
other
then
things that
that's the part they
Jesus would
focus on.
never portrayed in any way, shape, or form before that book was written.
Right, exactly. Like the whole all of a sudden it becomes Dante's Inferno, and you're like, wait, what?
Right. It's like we're mixing.
You're all of a sudden you're reading the Sandman, and you're in hell, and you're like, what is happening? It's just
Exactly. But you see,
Right.
Jackie, there are tons of options, right? So just
Yeah. You
any
can
of those,
use
whatever you're most comfortable with. Pick one of those, whatever you're most comfortable with, and just throw it out there. Even if you're shy and introverted, you're capable of fully saying, name the best to worst fast food joints. Ready, go. You can do that. You could say that, right? It's very non-controversial. It's very opinionated. The three things you'd save in a fire, right? Go. And then you learn a lot
my
about
wallet,
somebody based on what they say.
my keys,
Wallet, keys, phone.
and
Phone.
and my baby's car seat.
What? Just the
What?
car seat?
No, I'm
You
saying-
forgot the baby.
Right. Exactly. Boom. Now we've got a conversation going.
It's true.
Like,
it just organically
I'm saying that
sprung to life.
it just organically happens.
It did.
It's like I would take my wallet, my keys, and the murder weapon.
Right.
What?
Oh, yeah, wait,
Like,
wait.
it's
And the
Yeah,
tool,
there's-
and the device
That's better.
and the device I used to start the fire. What? Wait, what?
right, right. And the letter I used to explain my arson.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Why I'm a pyromaniac.
There's the letter I made that uses cut-out letters from magazines that I've sent to the police explaining my motivations. Conversation.
Conversation.
Probably a fascinating one.
There you go.
Probably don't want to go out with the guy after that though, but
That's
it
right.
might be a good conversation.
But even Jackie, this guy, I would tell you, I would advise you, take another stab at this guy. Like, go and say, hey,
Not,
that was a little weird the other night, huh? I'd like to hang out and talk some more. Are you up for getting together?
and he'd be like, I don't remember talking at all. And then Jackie would be like, yeah, right, we didn't talk
We
at all.
didn't.
That was awkward.
Right. Because
Be
I was
like,
waiting
remember
for
how
you.
that was awkward.
I was waiting for you to
Next
ask.
thing you know,
Right.
passionate love.
There you go. Passion, sweet, sweet love. You should say, well, I was waiting for you to ask me what 3 things I'd save in a fire. And he'd be like, I didn't think of that.
Right.
And you're like, well, what 3
Yeah.
things would you save in a fire? And then boom, you're talking.
And if
You
they
can
are all
do this,
things
Jackie.
related to his kinks and his illegality, boom,
Right.
you've already,
Like,
you've
Pleasure
just
swing, anal
went right into
dildo,
section 2.
and his 55-gallon drum of lube. If that's his thing, it's like
55 gallons is a lot. But,
a lot of lube.
You,
You
need
can
what
order
you
it.
need.
You can get it on Amazon. You can order a 55-gallon drum of lube.
You can order anything on it.
I know this because I had a party over my home. Maybe you were involved. I think you might have been. And I have one of the Amazon Echo
I
devices.
remember 55 gallons of lube,
Yeah.
I think.
And well, here's what happened. So I have an Amazon Echo device, and you can wake it up and you can put things on in your shopping cart. And
Alexa,
sure enough, after
Please give
this,
me 55 gallons of lube.
I looked at my shopping
barrel
cart a
form?
couple days after the party, and sure enough, there it was in my shopping cart, and I knew what occurred.
How much was it?
Good question. I will look it up now if you wish. I mean, I would assume it'd be
55
cheaper.
gallons.
Yeah, I assume it'd be
I mean, I guess
cheaper
that's
in
like-
bulk, right?
I would assume that's for like a porn set. Where do you, or like a, I mean, I guess it was like a doctor's office or
It's
something.
you ready?
Like a
It's
proctologist's office.
it's $1,500.
That's a steal. You have all of the $1,500. Boom, you've got lube for life.
Does it
You
ever
know,
go
that could be your
bad?
motto.
Does it ever go bad?
I keep it airtight. Probably all
Yeah.
right. I don't know. Nothing. I mean, it's lube. You know, does Vaseline go bad or lotions and stuff? Not
Nice.
generally. So
So
You know,
yeah, there's a
does it have
water
something-
based. I think there's a hybrid one that's like water silicone based. That's more expensive. That's $2,300. But
wow,
yeah,
55 gallons of that.
and it shows the barrel with a woman in it, like just sticking out the top, looking around like this from to give you the sense
Wait,
of the size of the barrel that it's in.
Wow. Okay. I see. I thought the product marketing would be like for a medical establishment and not like literally a lady in a barrel.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
cool.
lady in a barrel, and the lube is called Passion. So there
Okay.
you go.
right.
And again,
Just,
when would you use?
If you
I'll send you the
just,
link. I'll send you the link.
send me the link, please.
yeah,
Yes.
I'll send-
Thank you.
All right, sounds good.
have to, yeah, I had to pay for that one in Bitcoin.
For Bitcoin.
Okay. All right. It is time for speed round.
It is time for speed round. Let me get speed round up here.
You are
Okay.
up.
Oh shit! All right, sounds good. And oops, I'm screwing up the thing here.
55 gallons of lube.
It's a lot of lube.
And-
It doesn't
and
go
it's-
bad
I
ever,
mean, it's
right?
interesting that
I don't think.
I would not think so. That's what I'm saying. The chemical breakdown is, especially unless, like, normally it's if it's introduced to oxygen or something like that. So if it's airtight, it should, you know, be good for a while. I mean, that's what 5-6 years worth of lube. You know,
Right.
so, you know, I mean, what's an average like? How much
6
lube do you use a year?
years?
Like 5 gallons, 6 gallons, whatever. It's like similar to, like, how much milk do you buy? Like,
I don't think
you
that
know.
your lube is on the same scale as your milk. Your lube and your milk.
maybe not your lube. I don't
I use
like
like
milk.
I don't even know. Let me think about that. How many ounces in a gallon? 16.
16 ounces in a gallon.
English is some stupid.
No, how many ounces in a gallon?
How many
No,
ounces?
it's 8 ounces in a cup, 2
Oh, it's
cups in a
128.
pint,
Holy
2
shit.
pints in a quart, 4 quarts in a gallon.
128
Yeah, 128. Right.
cups in a gallon.
That's like
ounces
2
in a
times 2
gallon.
times 4 times 6 times 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. So 120. Yeah, I would not even go through 1 gallon in a year. No way. Am I not using it
Noted.
enough?
Listen, I'm not. You're more conservative than maybe others are. That's fine. That's all good. Or, I mean, perhaps I'm sick. I don't know. It's, who's to know?
Perhaps you have
I
an
don't talk
illness.
about it here.
Perhaps
Perhaps
you have an illness.
Perhaps I'm very ill and have a need for specialized products.
Copious amounts of lube. Oh my god, that's
No.
great.
Thanks for taking me down that road.
Yeah, well, hey, you dived right in that. I opened the door. You're the one that jumped
I wanted
in.
speed round.
Speed round.
I was all ready for speed round. You're sliding back in.
All right, now we're back to speed rounds. Speed rounds.
Okay.
For those who are not familiar, we're going to ask 5 rapid fire questions this week. Green Pants is going to be asking them to me, and we're going to answer those within 60 seconds, and then we'll do a little bit of an unpack. So, I'm ready, and the timer will start when Green Pants finishes reading the first question. Just like Family Feud rules, we call that. I'm ready.
What part of elementary school do you wish you could incorporate into your adult life?
Oh, nap time. Nap time.
What's your favorite thing at a carnival?
Carnival. Oh, the water gun, the horse racy. Shoot the water in the hole.
All right.
I like that.
What is the most mind-numbingly dull movie ever made?
Rubber. I don't know if you ever saw Rubber.
It sounds familiar, but
It's about a tire that rolls around and kills people. Just a tire.
oh my God, yes, yeah. I've had worse ones than that.
I'm running out of time.
Keep going. Sorry, I forgot. We were not unpacking yet.
Yes.
What is the strangest family tradition that you have?
We had to go around the table
We had growing up.
and talk about the worst thing that happened to us that day.
And what band or music group are you most embarrassed to admit that you listen to?
Oh wow, Air Supply.
All right, not bad.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
You know, listen. Listen. I get so. What I would say is,
What's your band?
Okay. So for me, the first recording that I ever got was of Harry Belafonte doing Banana Boat, doing Deo, and for whatever reason I loved that song when I was a kid. And the Oak Ridge Boys singing Elvira. But when it came to Giddy Up, boom, pop, boom, pop, mow, mow, yeah. One Eye Purple People Eater, lots of them. But I think that it's the fact that I don't know if I would actually can be embarrassed because of the amount of singles that I had, in the 90s, where you would get, so you only wanted one song because the band had one song. So Corner Shop, Brimful of Asha. Brimful of Asha on a 45. That was the only Sixpence None the Richer, Kiss Me, House of Pain, Jump Around.
Yeah,
anything else in the House of Pain?
That's an awesome song. No, but that song is great.
It's a one-hit wonder, though. But
absolutely.
I listened to House of Pain. Okay, fine. Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down and I get up again. You're never gonna knock me down. Yeah, Tub Thumping.
Would you be like I love Chumbawamba?
I have the album Tub Thumping, and I know I only listened to that song though.
There's an album. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I have the single. Rednecks, Cotton Eye Joe.
There's some actually other decent redneck songs.
From the Red, really?
Yeah.
Okay, Lisa Loeb.
Oh, come on. Lisa Loeb's got a bunch of good songs.
Okay,
and she is so hot, too. Oh, my
Breakfast
God.
at Tiffany's.
Yeah, no,
what about Breakfast at
right.
Tiffany's? That was the only thing they ever came up with. Crash Test Dummies. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, they had another one, too. Tag Team. Fastball. Any Camus. He had Here Comes the Hot Stepper.
How's that go? Here Comes the Hot Stepper. What's that from?
Eagle Eyed Cherry with Stay Tonight. That would be really embarrassing because that was the only song they ever had, I think.
Stay Tonight. Stay Tonight. Stay Tonight for me.
Stay Tonight. Stay something. Okay, Lou Bega, Mambo number 5.
He's got Mambos 1 through 4.
No, but he doesn't. He just can't. He jumped right to 5.
There's 1 through 4
boom.
Exists.
What?
Yeah.
This is...
There's a really good Lou Bega song. It's called Sweet Like Cola. It's actually really catchy and really fun.
So you are like me. You are incapable of being embarrassed by the music that you watch.
Cola. Sweet.
See, this isn't a good question for us because we are apparently incapable of being embarrassed.
Right, and I said Air Supply, but
I'm
not even really embarrassed of the Air Supply. I just if I had to pick one, that would be it. Because most people say, "Oh my God, Air Supply's terrible," right? Is what most people say.
Right.
So, but I think that I enjoy their music. So,
I mean, if you just say Chris Christopherson or I don't know, um,
Michael Damian, remember him?
Jack Wagner.
Or Michael
You know,
Damian?
just some from the 60s or something.
Jack Wagner, yeah.
All right. So, what were the other questions?
Oh, family
I
traditions.
ask. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's one.
The craziest family tradition I had every fucking week, sometimes twice in a week.
Mhm.
My family, all of us would have to get up in the morning. We would go to this building, and we would all sit in these like pews, and we would all like watch this torture porn of this dude who like gets crucified on a cross, and like
That's called
and there's Latin going on. It's like
called-
complete
called
nonsense. It was absolutely
Yeah, no,
freaky as a kid. I
that-
never understood what the fuck was going
That's-
on.
that was
a
it's
weird
called
one.
that's called Christianity, is what that is. That's what you were subjected to.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how
man, that is
that's
messed
that's
up.
how they
That's-
do it. I know it's messed up.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's.
But yeah, we had to go around the table and we had to talk about the worst thing that happened to you today.
I've heard it done with like the rose and the thorn, where it's like, what's the best thing and what's the worst
Right.
thing.
I
Your
got
family went right to the
just
worst
the
thing.
worst thing. And
That
there
feels-
wasn't
that
even
feels,
any support.
feels on
Like
brand.
I didn't even get like right. I didn't even get like a, oh, there, or here's what you can do to help with that. It's just like, oh, cool. And the next person will go.
I was sexually harassed again today at work.
Or
Okay,
I was beat up.
and
I was
you-
beat up. I was beat up again and put in a locker. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, you should do something about
Oh,
that. I'm like,
wow.
yeah, I guess I should.
You should learn some karate. You know,
Karate.
stand up for yourself. Get some bootstraps.
Karate.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh, how about those guys?
every
Speaking
week.
of songs, who was that guy who wrote Kung Fu Fighting? Everybody was Kung Fu
Everybody's Kung Fu-
Fighting, moving as
yeah.
fast as lightning.
I'll know if it comes up.
Oh,
But my favorite thing at a carnival, I think is like. Oh wait,
I'm good now.
you good?
I'm good.
How's that?
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Okay. Are you sure?
Bada bada bum 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 bum. No, okay.
Ah, I knew it. See, you had it. You still had a little bit left. I knew you did.
Just had to come out.
Yeah, I did.
I'm good.
All right.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Uh,
Carnival.
for a carnival, like I think of being on any of those like carnival rides is sort of like being Schrodinger's cat. Like
Yeah.
you don't know if you're really dead or alive until
Correct.
like the metal screeching stops, and you're like,
and the sparks and the
Like,
right, like I made
yeah,
it.
like that. I mean, that is that's something. Like
Mhm.
that's. I mean, carnies are also fun. I mean, we went with what, a squirt gun at the racetrack. I mean, was it the firing the
Yeah, you fire like the water
firing a
rifle
water pistol,
into the hole, and then
and
the
then
horse goes across the way, and the
and
person
you're
doesn't-
and you're trying to beat the other people
Yeah.
in order to get to the whole thing is aiming first and hitting exactly in the
Yes.
target to start with.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
I enjoyed that.
Yes. Yeah. That is Mrs. Greenpants' favorite carnival game.
Oh, nice, good. Another way
yeah,
we
whereas
are
I-
aligned.
Whereas I'm more the like maybe death, maybe not, never know. Is a bolt loose? Kind of thing.
Who knows? Is there safety inspections?
yeah.
Of course not.
So, is a bolt loose? Yes.
Yes,
Are
right.
many
Is-
bolts loose? Also yes.
Right.
Are enough bolts loose that you will get hurt? Maybe.
Maybe, right. And,
And so
at the time
that's
you're
where they-
on the ride. That's the thing. Right.
Right.
Hopefully not.
Like,
Those
when
are the
will they
dice
fu-
you're
Will
rolling.
it be on the next person's one?
Right. Those
And
are
will
the
you have
dice
any
you're rolling.
tickets left? And will those tickets have gone to waste because you're going to be in an emergency room?
Right.
There's a lot of things to consider.
The carnival.
The most mind-numbingly dull movie ever made
Yes.
is called Empire. It is a film by Andy Warhol.
Okay.
It was filmed in 1965, and it was Andy Warhol. He literally was like, the point of it was watching life pass you by.
Oh.
So they took a camera up, and it's it's pointed at the Empire State Building, okay, for 6 hours. But they filmed it in slow motion. So they moved it from 24 frames a second to 16 frames a second, making the entire film 8.5 hours.
Wow.
There is no sound. It is just the picture. And so if you just sit there, and the idea was that you would come into the theater in the morning and sit there and experience
I see.
the Empire State Building. And so you can see it just gets dark, and then the
Nice.
lights come on. And it's like those are like the things that
Wow.
happen. All of a sudden, boom, lights come on. You're like, oh, wow, something
Did
happened.
you
Like, that
watch
was
the full experience of this movie for the
No, but I had to watch some of it as part of film study, and I could not figure out like how you could get a theater full of people to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay here for 8 hours and watch
It's art.
literally watch the Empire State
It's one of
Building.
the things like we talked about before, like people who say they like jazz and opera and ballet. They don't really, right? They just want to make it
Right.
other
Like,
people think
no
they
one
do.
really likes this, but it was considered very, very avant-garde,
Right.
and like there was an entire
Ballet.
like yeah, it was like from an experimental filmmaker point of view or whatever. But the thing is, okay,
Art.
the thing that is the thing that is most messed up about Empire though
Mhm.
is everything that I've said about it. In 2004, the Library of Congress added Empire to its list of culturally significant films.
Oh shit!
So like they have a registry
Come
that it's
on.
like, so like The Godfather is in it. So in 2004 it was included in the
It's like the time capsule of our movie culture history kind of thing, right?
it's called the National Film Registry. So if you look in the National Film
my
Registry, Empire is in there, but not every movie's in there.
Oh, you know there was a crime drama called Empire as well.
Right. Oh, there's lots of things called Empire. I'm talking about the original 1965 fucking super
It
boring
was 65.
avant-garde heavy world. Yeah. It was it's
look
it's
this
black
up.
and white and it's silent. So, it's got everything you could want, really.
Oh, I
Got
see. I see
silence,
it.
got lack of
there it is.
anything, good times.
Black and white silent art film by Andy Warhol. Wow.
Yeah, so that was a mind-doublingly null. Like, yeah, that's
You- Can, by the
Yeah.
way, which you can't for many movies, but you can, even without a YouTube Plus subscription, you can watch Andy Warhol's Empire, the full 8 hours, for free right now, if you want.
I think I'm gonna do that right after we're
I
off,
think
because I
you
yeah,
could watch the sunrise at the end of
right in 1965 on the Empire State Building.
it.
But yeah, so that's the that's definitely the most mind-numbing. I mean, because like first things that come to mind with things like Gettysburg, these like 4-hour,
Sure.
whatever, Chariots of Fire,
Chariots of Fire.
any production of Waiting for Godot. Oh yeah, I said it.
You could get banned from the theater,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you.
You have to live Waiting for Godot.
Gotta live waiting for Godot. If not, you're a heathen.
Ah,
But yeah, I don't know if you saw
I don't know,
Rubber.
there's-
Rubber's about a homicidal tire just rolls from place to place and kills people.
yes, I actually have. I didn't know that was the name, but I have seen it.
Okay,
Like I've
good.
actually seen it is on the movie ratings list of things that I was, when I was watching like 6-7 movies a day.
Oh,
Rubber was definitely on
it
there.
has one of your personal reviews.
Yeah. Like I mean, it was.
What is
you
the
know,
star
you have to
rating?
be 1.25, I think, or something like that. I mean,
Appropriate.
it's terrible. It's really. I mean, the idea. We were just like some guys like, okay, no one say anything. Just listen. Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Got a tire. Okay, the tire's a murderer, and we are gonna film this tire murdering people
Right,
for 98 minutes.
right. And the beginning of every scene
And-
is going to be someone off camera rolling the tire into frame. It's gonna roll.
That's what I'm saying. That movie wasn't necessarily dull. I mean, it was bad. Like, I mean, at least it was a rolling tire.
Maybe.
Like,
I guess.
you know,
I guess.
um,
But,
But,
I'm very curious about
oh.
Empire now. Oh,
I
there's
mean,
someone. I have an update.
there's nothing to be curious about.
There is somebody on YouTube that took the 8-hour runtime of Empire and fast framed it down to 2 minutes. So you can watch the entire movie in 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Right. But the entire
I
purpose
recommend
was for it to
that.
be, it was literally
It's
filmed in
supposed to
slow
be 8
motion.
hours. Right. It's
So it
undoing
is
the artist's
everything that,
vision by making it.
exactly. Which, go ahead. I mean, guy had soup cans and whatever. It's feel free. Definitely, even if it's in the National Film Registry, no problem with pissing all over Empire.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like for the part of elementary school,
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's nap time didn't really. I didn't have nap
Amazing.
time in elementary school. I like recess.
You didn't?
Like no, nap time is more like daycare and stuff. Like your children don't
Oh,
really
Good point.
nap like
Good
in
point.
kindergarten.
That's a good point.
I mean,
I guess recess.
me-
Then I guess you're right.
Like I looked at the question entirely differently, and for
Yeah,
me,
yeah, what'd you say?
when I was in fourth grade, I had Miss Walker, who was the most smoking hot reading teacher that ever existed. And if I was able to incorporate her into my adult life, I absolutely would. Like that would be, like, or if I could have incorporated her when I was 9, I don't know. Either way, but even at 9, I was just like something about So literally, that's the first thing that popped in my mind was just like Miss Walker, hottest teacher ever had. And it's completely in my mind. I have absolutely no idea.
Right, how she actually looks.
Whatever the image, it's what I pictured her as
the perfect
in
woman.
my head when I was 9.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Miss Walker.
So
yes,
I would,
teacher.
I would have loved to incorporate her. If you know what that means.
I do.
I would have incorporated her. I mean, sex, like had sex
multiple times.
I mean, like having sex.
You're talking about sex, really, is what you're doing.
I'm talking about sexual intercourse.
You're talking about
with Miss Walker.
Right. Yep. About taking your bits and putting them into her bits, and then having.
Oh, let's not get weird. But yeah.
Right. Don't want to make it weird for sure. Like you're talking about your 9-year-old.
Getting kind of awkward. Come on. This is a family show.
I hope not.
Yeah. All depends on your family.
It depends on your family. Cool. Hey.
I think
we covered it.
I think we did. I mean, first of all, I got a whole list of things to do. 55-gallon drum of lube.
Yeah.
Boom. Got to put that on the wish list.
Yeah.
It's probably not something like that's something you want someone else to buy for you. To show you that they love you.
Sends a message.
Yeah, I mean, carnivals, lots of talk about OnlyFans pages, a lot of talk about cultures and being very careful around race relations.
Yes. Yes.
And making sure that if you have a list of races ranked, you make it sure it matches the person that you're with. That can get awkward if it's not. Yeah.
Correct.
I think that would just be the most insane thing ever if someone was just like, okay, the races. Can you rank them?
And
best to worst.
but they rattle them off without even thinking about it, right?
Yeah, it's just
like boom, 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 and it's just like
just the concept is hilarious. Like I love it. Like if someone's just like, let me think about that for a second.
Yeah, but if they didn't have to think about it, they had their list pre-made.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. Right.
Right.
Like,
it would be like
I gotta get out of this room. Right?
The guy who wrote like the bell curve, that like moron professor that basically was trying to make the argument that African Americans were less intelligent, or whatever. It was like completely debunked. Arthur Murray, that's his name, Arthur Murray, and he was completely. But like, he wrote this whole book, and it was like, what did you think was going to happen?
Right.
It just got completely like peer reviewed and destroyed.
Seriously.
Like. So and now
scrutiny.
he appears at like alt-right rallies and shit. Like that is how he makes his money now. He goes, he hangs out with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. Like it's like it's really where all the grossest people are.
Oh my god. Yeah. By the way, Sandy, don't take that as advice. That's something you can do. It's not one of our.
It is something you can do.
Technically,
you want to throw on a red hat and start yelling like an imbecile. That's
power to you.
Just. Don't do it around the Capitol.
That's right. That's right. That's good. But yeah, we did. Yeah, and, I just thought so. Back to I want to touch on the OnlyFans things one more time. So the like, there's a novelty if you're on a more traditional platform and you post a racy content like YouTube, right? And if you post like something in your bikini or in scantily clad or whatever, that still falls within the rules, kind of, but gets a little fuzzy. Highly popular. In OnlyFans, is it flipped? So if you do non-risque straight content, would there be a novelty there?
I mean I know there is. I mean, there's no one that knows more about porn than you do, but
I do know.
But as far as the internet goes, I mean, there will be people, because the thing about the internet being like the content is everywhere. So you have like the world, 8 billion people. You have 8 billion eyes, that are possible candidates, and there is going to be exactly. And so if someone is really, just wants to watch you vacuum while naked, I'm sure you could find enough people to like actually make some money just vacuuming while naked. There are enough.
Oh, I know for sure. Well, cooking too. There's the whole cooking genre.
Right. Yeah. That's that's fine. That's normal. That's people do that. Don't come across a little judgy.
Wear an apron. Wear an apron when you're frying, though. You want it to splatter to,
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's you got to take precautions.
Precautions. Let's leave it at that. So we're gonna go.
Take precautions.
Take precautions. That's our big takeaway for today. Take precautions. So we're gonna be here next week at 9:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, and with 5 more questions. So until then,
and 5 more speed round.
5 more speed round. Until then,
find us here.
Yeah. Go ask your questions down underneath Green Pants there. Go to the link and submit your. We need your questions. They're like our food. We can't survive without.
Absolutely. Even take Sandy's. Like, it's great. Just
take any Sandy. If you have any follow-ups, send them on in.
Please send them our way.
Great. We'd love to hear from some of our previous viewers and question submitters. If you have any follow-ups from that, we'd love to hear how it went. Always good.
Always good.
Yep. Until then, we're signing off. Green Pants, thank you again. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Good
night. It's my altruism for the week.
Altruism for the week. Because remember, we're here to help.